I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I giving financial advice. I'm sharing my biased opinion based off speculation. You should not take my opinion as financial advice, and you should always do your own research before making any investment. You should also understand the risks of investing. This is all speculative-based investing.
What's going on, guys? Kentucky here. Welcome back to a brand new cryptocurrency video. So today, before we get into the topic of the day, I'm just going to go over the market, two things setting at the moment. Right now, our market cap sitting at around 208 billion. If I refresh it to see where our exact numbers are, we're sitting around $205.2 billion with a 24-hour volume sitting at around 58.8 billion, and a Bitcoin DOM sitting at 66.6%. Now looking at our prices here, we have Bitcoin sitting at 7.5k, down around 2.5%, with Ethereum sitting at $152, down around 1.8%, and XRP sitting at around 22 cents, down around 1.7%. Now looking at our biggest gainers, we have Matic up around 18%, Silverway up around 17%, and Hedge Trade up around 14.5%, with our biggest ones being Bitcoin Diamond down 11.8%, Theta down 9.3%, and PundiX down 7.85%. So if you guys remember, we went over a decentralized application on the Tron network not too long ago named Beehive. Now, Beehive has now transferred to the Ethereum platform, and I'm going to be going over the new features, what it comes with, what the major differences are, and a couple more updates maybe sooner to come. But if you guys don't remember what Beehive is, well, now it's called EtherHives, but what Beehive was, at least on the Tron network, was it's basically a game where you can invest your money, or Tron in this case, to basically, you know, build up your Beehive and make more Tron back from their smart contract. Now they have moved to the Ethereum platform, of course, but they have now made a new one named EtherHives. It's still called Beehive, but it is now on the Ethereum network, so they have called it now EtherHives in a way. It's called Tron Hives, now it's EtherHives, but the company is called Beehives. Now looking at some of the major statistics on the website, as you guys can see, everything that you guys need to know about what's been going on is right here. Our turnover is around 1860 Ethereum, which is around 170,000 US dollars, if I'm not mistaken. There are around 30,634 players, which is way better than what we were seeing on Tron, at least. We have over 1 million bees bought. 371 Ethereum has been won, and there are no current Hive leaders. Now the game mechanics and how the game basically works is basically the exact same thing. Nothing has exactly changed. If you guys don't remember how it works, well, Beehive basically is similar to economic model of a beehive, and you could buy basically different waxes and different bees. You start using your Ethereum to buy wax, and then that would bring out honey, and then honey you could bring back into Ethereum, and that's how you could duplicate your money. Now, as you can see here, one Ethereum would be around 250,000 wax, and 250,000 honey is one Ethereum. So that's basically the conversion rate. Now, each wax is one honey, if I am not mistaken. Now, here are the different bees that you could buy. Each bee will give you back a certain amount back. So the smart bee will give you back 100% per month, so that means you will get everything you paid back 100 per month. It goes up all the way to 125% per month, which you can be making back every single month. So you're having a 25% extra bonus on having the super bee, and the more you get, the more you could have at the end of the day. And there are huge returns to be made. If you have every single bee bought, you will be making a lot of money back. Here are the beekeeper medals that you could get as well, some rewards for getting it. There's also achievement points for earning every single medal. The highest medal is the emerald medal, and you could get up to 800,000 wax, and that's around 2.5 Ethereum or so around $500, which is pretty good. Here, the quality of production, which you could upgrade on as well. The better it is, the more production you're getting, the higher production. It could be used to basically receive honey to improve the processing of raw honey. Here are so basically your grow garden. So you can also use it with referrals as well. If you refer to anyone, there's an easier way to do it. So if you are a very friendly beekeeper, you can always look at the development of your bee gardens. You have up to 10% bonus from rack purchase by beekeepers you have personally invited. So this is the referral program that they have as well. So if you guys are interested, if you guys have any friends or anything like that, you guys can use this referral code and make even more honey and wax and whatever it is that you guys are trying to build. So that's basically the major things about Beehive. Now, I have played this game before. Now, there are, like I said, very small differences, but the only major difference is that we are on the Ethereum thing. Now, going into some of the differences, now First of all, the website does use MetaMask extension, which is an Ethereum extension where you guys can have your wallet and everything on your Chrome browser. It does provide interaction between the smart contract and the game website. So it supports the following wallets, which is Trust Wallet, Math Wallet, BitKeep, and Token Pocket. So some of the major differences, for example, the game balance, which I've already went over, but one more time. So 1 Ethereum would be around 250,000 wax, and 250,000 honey is around 1 Ethereum. The referral system, which I've already went over. There's also a representative bonus. So if you guys are interested in any of these statistics, so if the following conditions are met, the player also receives a super representative status, which can go from anywhere from 50 to 50 Ethereum. So sorry, 5 to 50 Ethereum. And so it depends on a couple of different mechanics, which you guys can check out on their website. So just logging here to my MetaMask, as you can see, after you have logged in, you will have all your different options, information here that you guys can check out. Now, I will not be buying anything, in this video specifically. I will be buying in the next couple of videos that I will be bringing out on this project. But this is the major thing that you guys can see. This is very, very similar to how the Tron one looks like, but in the back end, there are a lot of major differences. So, basically, to buy it is really, really easy. All you guys have to do is, first of all, top up your wax, which you guys can do by having actual ether in your wallet. After you guys have ether, you guys have to do is top up, buy your wax, and boom, now you have wax. And then that is what you could do with buying a B. Now, to buy a B, you will need a certain amount of wax to buy every certain B. To go to the next B, you will have to buy every single B, which is 32 Bs to go on to the next B, and so on and so on and so on. So you have to buy 32 of that to unlock this, and that is how it works. Now, there is also an unlock fee. So to unlock every single B, you will have to pay a certain fee to unlock it after buying all the 32 Bs. So there is a process that you guys have to go through, which does kind of help the saturation of it, so not too many people are making too much money. I think that's the major differences between it. But other than that, the major differences is just the MetaMask extension, which will help you guys a lot more. It will also give you guys a new contract to work off of if you guys are more into Ethereum. That's a good thing as well. As you can see here, the turnover from when I restarted it to now was 1,913. Which is pretty good. Around 80 to 90 Ethereum differences, 421 Ethereum as well. And yeah, that's basically the major differences. Now, Ethereum is doing pretty well as a coin, as you can see here right now, sitting on $153, $16.6 billion in market cap, and $7.4 billion in volume. You guys probably own Ethereum if you guys are watching this video, but that's where we're sitting off with that. Now, going into a bit more information about Beehive Ethereum. If you guys are interested in learning a bit more, there will be a medium.com link, so where you guys can check out this full article. It will basically tell you everything about the whole game. It will give you an introduction, the main characteristics of what you guys need to know, a more detailed basic look on what I talked about in this video. It will also give you more about the game mechanics, how the game works, the different stuff that they offer, basically everything from A to Z on how to start playing, how to buy everything. Basically absolutely everything. Now, I will be going more into depth into this in the next couple of videos, so definitely check out those, but this will be just an introduction to everything on how it will work. So it's definitely a very important thing to go over this if you guys are trying to get into Beehive. Now, just as a warning, guys, Beehive is a very high risk game. I'm not pushing anyone to do this or anything. I'm just saying that if you guys are, into gambling, anything like that, as fun it can be, you guys also have to be as responsible as possible. Again, this is a gambling type of game. You're putting together a thing to basically get more money back. So it is, in the lines of gambling. So always be careful when putting your money into this. This is not any financial advice. All education and all educational purposes in general. Now, that's basically the main things that I wanted to talk about for this project. Now, going into more technical stuff, here are the contract that they are on. So the balance right now, if I do refresh it, we're sitting at a pretty higher amount than 1,116. Just let it refresh. But we do have a decent amount of money, and it does tend to go up every little bit. Now, we're right now sitting at 1,069 Ethereum, which is around 161,000 US dollars or so, which is not too bad. In the last couple of days, it has lost around $10,000. But again, it's not too bad compared to what we had on the Tron one. This one is going down a lot faster, but the Ether Hives does seem to be holding itself a bit better, and it is also fluctuating up and down. The Tron Hives had a point where it was just going straight down. This one goes up, this one goes down sometimes, so it is more on the less volatile side, which is really, really good for these type of decentralized application. Now, also, before I forget to mention, Ether Hives, or well, the Tron Hive one was almost the second one, almost the first decentralized application on the Tron network, and Ether Hives is well on the way on being the similar amount of a similar rank as the one on Tron, so that's always a very good thing to look at. The higher this on, more people are trying to play games that have more, you know, money on them and everything like that, and are a bit more less volatile and a bit more safer to put their money in, and this one is definitely under that criteria. Now, these are the major differences I wanted to talk about, and the major points that I wanted to talk about as well. But that's basically everything for this, guys. I will be having a couple more updates and videos on this project, so definitely stay tuned for that. I will be going into how it works. I will be playing it myself, investing some money, showing you guys how the wax per hour and honey per hour work, how you guys can bring it back into Ethereum, and etc. So if you guys are interested for that, please leave a comment down below saying, and smash the like button so I know that you guys are interested. But guys, that's basically it for today. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe for videos about Ethereum, Tron, cryptocurrency in general. You know, at least a couple of times a week now that I'm trying to, at least. But yeah, that's basically it for today, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.